Hey everybody, how's it going? Just a little shout out in a chat. This is going to be a little bit about um, death and stuff. I'm going to get into it, but I just want to let you know if I sound stuffy, I have a sinus infection, so which I get this time of year every year, but I was battling migraines all week, and this morning I just couldn't see. It's like noon, about noon now, 11:58, and this is the first time that I've gotten a break from my migraine. So I took a day today. I'm going back to work tomorrow, but we're so freaking dead. Anyway, I spent half my day just looking for things to do because I'm in the banking industry. Basically, anytime you go to the store and you stick your card in one of the devices, we don't make the actual devices, we just program it. We get it from like Vietnam or wherever it's made. We program it in English and American for you and make sure all the programs are right so that you can just plug it in and start charging. And then we attach it to your bank account. So although we don't make the devices, we're very important in the process, because if you just get a device fresh off the factory line, you can't use it like you think you can use it. So there's a lot of steps into it, and the only orders we're getting right now is like maybe their credit card machine broke in the middle of their Christmas season, because everyone waits until the new year, tax money, new budgets to play with. So this time of year is always dead. So I don't really feel bad about, because I just had the drummer boy playing in my head. I was fighting all day at yesterday. I was like, I don't know. They're like, go home if you don't feel good. And I was like, no, but today I couldn't even see to drive to get myself to work this morning. The migraine was so bad. I don't really get them that much. I just, every once in a while when I get like a cold or a sinus infection, I get migraines. So very minor. I'm not sick. I feel bad for people who have migraines on a normal basis, because it really is debilitating. Like, I had to turn all my lights off. Like, any noise, even if it was like from upstairs, was just like agony. That was probably the worst one I've ever had, and I'm glad it's going away. I also got a big fat holiday stress. Anyway, so what kicked all of this off? Obviously, it's the holiday season, and I'm missing my grandma, my grandpa, the people that I love most, that we did the most for Christmas. And I know there's a lot of people out there, but what kicked us all off, obviously in the news, tragically, Eminem's mom passed away. So I was reading about that, and I'm not like a diehard Eminem fan. I've never been like a rap person. I grew up in areas where rap is prevalent, and I think that's probably why I don't like it. They won't hold it against me. They get it. They're probably from a hood too. I'm just like, I can't with this. I can't. I need happy shit. I need happiness. Because, there's very few happy raps. And a lot of people, to me, comedy is a way people outlet their pain, but so is rap. Rap is a way to get out their fucked up childhoods and all the shit they gone through. So it gets a little hard for me to like. Plus, they're very degrading to women, and I'm not like, one of those people like, oh my God, he said I'm a bitch. He doesn't have respect for me. No, but if you make your whole song about bouncing quarters off a stripper's titties, I feel like my intelligence is dipping just listening to your music. No offense, so I can't do it. I also think about the little girls that I'd be watching in the hood, all the hood moms with they're listening to my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, that was my day shit. But, then they got their little 2-year-old learning to twerk on the sidewalk. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. You can twerk when you're 18, little baby girl. Little baby girl, you don't shake your booty like that. That's also why I don't like rap music. Now protect these little babies. Their little diaper booties. Clearly in the rap game, there's some perverts. You feel me? Don't be teaching your babies to twerk. Rap supports twerking for babies. I don't support twerking babies. Granted, when they stand up and they have their diaper and you see they shake their booties naturally. They're babies. They're like, ooh, what's this, music? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I have friends that only listen to rap, and their little girls are adorable, and I love them. They're in the back seat. When that music comes on, they're like, just like their mama. You know, and I'm like, no, it's too much. It's too young for that sass. Use your brains, little girl. Use your brains, not your body. You get out of this hood with your brains, not your rap music, okay? Unless you have skills like Eminem. He got himself out of the hood. You can do it too if that's your dream. I'm not saying don't crush your dream, but little girl, go to school. Put your nose in the books. Get the fuck out of the hood. That's how I got out. I got out by going to Penn State. I could only afford it for a short time, but I sure the fuck got out of the hood for a while. It was great. I didn't know what the fuck to do when I got there. And I'm white, okay? But I forget that I'm not exactly white because I grew up in an area with a lot of culture. So when I moved to Pennsylvania and it was just like a sea of white faces and farmers, I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. This is what they must feel like when they come to all white communities. I feel like I don't fucking belong here. Do you guys even swear? Do you even swear? Do you have a bad day? Oh, you think my tractor's sexy? No. No, I don't. No. I think your tractor is scary. It could drive over my car. I'm a hood girl. And the country, it grew on me. I got halfway out of the hood in my teens. My parents are like, these kids are going to be hellions if we don't get them out of here. So we went to the sticks. And that was a whole experience. Anyway, I'm getting away from my topic. But I was lucky to have the mother I did. And the father I did. And the area I grew up in. And the ages they were. My mom had her first baby at like 18. She was pregnant at her high school graduation. She had 3 of us by the time she was 23. You know, my dad was only like 25 when I was born. So, you know, they made mistakes, you know. They didn't get to live their lives. They didn't get their freedom. They didn't get to go out and be like, wah! So my mom went hard when my dad took us for the weekend and she got 2 days break. She fit all her partying in there. And by the time we got home, she was back to being a mom, 9 to 5, straight and narrow. But don't get it twisted. My mom was rowdy when we were away, and same with my dad. But, you know, it could have been a lot worse. And I always say, like, somebody up there was looking out for me because I do come from a place where there's really bad parents that are, you know, they don't mean it to be, nobody sets out to be a bad parent, or they just didn't have a parent themselves, so they don't know how to be one, or they're an addict or a drunk, or they're just fucking miserable because all they do is work all the time and they never get ahead, and, you know, now they have these mouths to feed and it just makes them angry, you know, even though they put themselves in that situation. I get it. So I always say how fucking lucky I am. Like, I don't know where I would be without my parents, and at the same time, it breaks my heart for people who lose parents and did have like a really traumatizing childhood, and there's this mental illness. I don't know the woman. I don't know Marshall's mom. I just know, you know, the headlines like everybody else. Like, she took him to court. He said some shit in the song about her. There was a bunch of shit that went down. Like, look, I was the only one out of my mom's 5 kids that got kicked out. So I feel that. I feel it. You know, I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna go? She dropped me off at the end of my dad's driveway. I ain't never lived with my dad. She's like, see you, bye. So there's the fucked up shit. And I think it comes from powerful minds. But long story short, if you lose your parent, everything that held you back on earth holds you back no more. There's no mental illness. There's no anger. Everything they did, they realize it, and everything becomes, how can I help them now? So it's like, if you had somebody who was a really abusive parent or just really mean in general, if they are accepted, and a lot of people are, they're a lot more forgiving up there than we are. It's not like they were, you can't think of them like they were on earth, and that's hard. Everything about them morphs. They're softer, they're lighter, they're kinder, they're full of love, and that's all that exists. Try not to hang on to it because they don't either. They just want to make it better for you.